What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. Today, I am going to be showing you a backtesting strategy that I've been working on for quite a while. So I'm just backtesting yesterday, Thursday, March 28th, 2024 session, and I'm going to show you I had a fantastic trade laid out, and I walked away with an automated take profit, and it was 2 ticks away from the take profit, and then just reversed and shot up. And I was absolutely heartbroken. I lost when I was up like 600 on one trade. But using this reliable strategy that I've been working on for a while, I was able to make that loss back and go break even yesterday when, I could have been up a 1.2K on the day, but it's all right. It's all right. Next week comes and goes. This week came and went, so we're going to be good. So it's Good Friday. Market's closed, so I thought, why not do a back testing sesh? So here we are. I'm going to explain to you the strategy that I've used and been working on for a bit that has helped me get funded on two prop firms already. Let me see if I could. I don't know if you guys could see that, but that's one of my funded. That's one of my fundeds from a bit ago. That was using just this strategy, and then I passed another one using this strategy and just liquidity in general. And then I passed one a long time ago using divergence and RSI as well as Bollinger Bands to identify overbought and oversold zones, which is a really good beginner concept, but it's not great for risk management because it could really go south. But I was able to pass an account doing that. Um, but yeah, and then I passed a futures one a very long time ago. I'm 4-2, I guess now, because I just failed one, which shows everybody fails. So I'm actually going to be dropping a video either today or tomorrow alongside this one with some great rules for trading and how to pass a prop firm following only 5 steps. And I'm going to say them in the video. It's not this video. It'll be the one right after this one. So let's get into the backtesting strategy and how I can make, a nice $500 to $1,000 every day with one easy strategy. This vertical line separates us from Thursday beginning to Wednesday end. So basically, we're trading everything after this vertical line using everything we had before this vertical line. So the first thing I'll do is I'll go on the 4-hour chart and I'll write out some buy side and sell side liquidity zones. The first one that caught my eye is this one. Remember, this is the vertical line, so we only knew what was going on the left side of it. This buy side liquidity, as you see, we wicked it. We did go through it, but recently we wicked through and then absolutely shot to the bottom. And then what's at the bottom here? 4-hour sell side, because remember, again, before it's vertical, wicked and then absolutely shot back up. So I made those 2 zones on 4-hour. This here is, I wrote recent because this came after Thursday, so no need to pay attention to that anymore because or at least not for this video because that was after Thursday. So just disregard this one. Then we skip over the 1 hour. I don't love the 1 hour time frame because I think it's just inconvenient. And I go to 15-minute and I look for some liquidity there. So on 15-minute, as you remember, this is the vertical line. We have buy side liquidity that's marked out. So first we have this sell side liquidity, which as you can see, Asia's low, which then got swept by London. This is called the Judas swing. I didn't play it because, it was 4 a.m., so I was asleep. But the Judas swing, we sweep Asia lows, and then we displace to the upside. So that's exactly what happened here. So I marked that as a possible short opportunity, and obviously, it went well. So I'm gonna get into that in a minute. So I marked that before the vertical line, seeing that a Judas swing happened. And then you got this buy side liquidity. You might be like, where is that coming from? If you scroll over, look, Friday the 22nd. Yes, liquidity can last that long. What happened last time we reached this level? Wicked and then absolutely dropped to the downside. And then as you can see, I also marked this, wicked and then absolutely dropped to the downside. So that's all the liquidity that I marked out. So I go on the 4-hour and I go on the 15-minute and I mark out liquidity before the day gets started. So that's all liquidity that happened on the left side of this vertical line. Then entry time. Some people like to enter on the 3-minute, but here is my strategy. I go on the 1-minute. Let's find that vertical line, shall we? Here it is. We used our liquidity on the left side, and now the right side is where we start trading. And immediately, look what we do on the 1-minute. We displace through. So what's it called? We displaced through our 4 hour. So automatically, I'm not really caring about this 4 hour right now because right at open and right before open, we were kind of going through it. But look what we do. We sweep on 15-minute buy side, our buy side liquidity. So immediately we're sweeping highs. So I'm looking for a short opportunity. So what do? I find not a fair value gap, but an inverse of a previous fair value gap. So I want to find a bullish fair value gap that we inverse. And one that catches my eye is this one right before open. And as you can see, this candle inverses below. And this is why I don't like playing regular fair value gaps, because look, this fair value gap happens, this same one that I just drew, and we respect it. So a lot of people would ride this to up here, and play it as a respected fair value gap, a regular fair value gap. But look what happens. We just place through, and then we don't even go up for the rest of the day. So what I do is I go on the 1 minute, I look for an inverse of a fair value gap, just like this one. And as soon as that candle closes, I'm going to enter a short. And what I do is, if it was a huge displacement, then I target a little bit higher than the candle that displaced it. Or shot through it and inverse it, so right above there. And then my take profit is that recent liquidity. You could either do this right here, this swing low, or you could target recent sell side liquidity like from the Judas swing. So if you wanted to go, a little riskier and target that recent liquidity, or that Judas swing liquidity, still would have worked in your favor no matter what you targeted, and it would have been a little over a 2RR. So that's a W trade right there. We sweep. We go for shorts, we get an inverse, we get our setup, and we go short, and it's absolutely beautiful. You're profitable basically the entire time. So that worked. Now, we're like, okay, we have all our thing. Remember, disregard this. We didn't sweep this liquidity. We swept it a little bit, but then the next candle shot through it anyway, so we didn't have any good opportunities, right? Because we didn't inverse anything. We touch here, but we didn't sweep through it, so no opportunities. Now look at this. We sweep that liquidity very slightly, but we sweep that liquidity rather than disrespecting it. We sweep it, and now I'm like, okay, I got to go in for buys. Also, New York AM was bearish, so now I'm thinking, okay, an inverse or, a pullback is probably going to come. So many people would play this inverse fair value gap, which you could play. I'm not going to say you can't play it, but I like to target one that's as close to the sweep as possible. So I would actually play this one so that I could get an even bigger move than that previous one. As soon as we get that sweep, it's time to go long. Right at the close of the candle that inversed. Gonna put it right below the candle that sweeped. And then you could target recent liquidity like this swing high over here, or you could go all the way back to up here. It's really up to you. I like to scale 50% at recent and then leave some runners for that, long-term liquidity like this guy, for example. So yeah, that would be a 3.83 RR, which is fantastic. So, and remember, yesterday's price action was very bad, so this is honestly great. Like, to get two beautiful trades, and remember, let's see if we ever interact with any of our liquidity ever again. Nope, no sweeps. Oh my goodness. No sweeps here. As you can see, we had this long term, but we never sweep it. We displaced through. There were no sweeps of our liquidity ever, except this one right here. There's a sweep. I actually didn't even notice this one until now. So let's look for a bullish inverse of a fair value gap here. But as you guys could see, this sweep happened at 4 p.m. and I don't like trading after hours. I like only trading in the session, so I wouldn't have taken this. But if you guys want to take this, I could try to find a bullish fair value gap, because we do sweep, as you can see. Let me see if I can find a bullish fair value gap here. No. So this wouldn't even be a good setup, probably because we're so close to close anyway, so no gaps were really happening in price. Because as you see, price fell off, the market closed, and we're off today. So that wouldn't be one that I'd take just solely because of timing. So I try to take them during the market. But there were only two setups, and we went 2 for 2 with a 3.8 and a 2 RR. So that just shows how insane this strategy really is. Even on a day of crappy price action like yesterday, you get two setups and you go 2 for 2, and you're still banking while everybody else is losing. And remember, everything's free. I gave you guys this setup. I just did this back testing for free. All I ask is a like and a subscription. And if you want to join the Discord for, once again, free options plays every day, mentoring, like, I have Discord voice channels that you could go on and talk to me about anything, trading plans, call outs. Just if you want to hang out, we have everything for free. Stocks for Studs Discord. Hit up my Instagram in the bio of this video and DM me, and I will send you the link. So that's all it takes. Yeah, just, if you want to join a community for free, if you don't have any money, that's what we're here for. I didn't have that much money at the beginning of trading. I trade prop firms just because not everybody has money to trade futures, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I mean, this is my strategy for free. It works. I promise it does. There are people who have 95% win rates with this strategy. There are people who have 80. I have about an 85 with it, just from backtesting. So it really, really is a great strategy. The only thing that could really affect this strategy is market news. So just be aware of that. I use forexfactory.com for my market news. Monday, we have news at 10 a.m. So I'm going to try to trade, before 9:30 and after 11. So yeah, those are the setups I'll be looking for. And yeah, have a good day, guys. That's my setup. Any questions, join that Discord and I got you covered. Peace.